How has the course, how do you feel like the course has helped you, or do you feel like what has been your experience with the course so far?
Yes, actually, I subscribed one course with feedback. I don't
Okay.
remember the name,
Mm-hmm.
but the lessons were very like step-by-step approach, and uh, yeah, it was very helpful for me to improve my pronunciation.
Mm-hmm.
And but I think I still need to improve further. Further, I still have to improve fluency further, and I'd like to improve fluency further.
Okay. Well, good. Are you in the US or are you somewhere else?
I live in Switzerland.
Oh, okay.
I'm Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
But for 3 years assignment, I came to Switzerland.
Okay.
Uh, and maybe this year I will go back to Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In Switzerland there, are you speaking English pretty consistently, or what's your situation um, there?
Yes. Uh, I work for Nestle,
Mm-hmm.
and usually I speak English with my colleagues.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So with your colleagues, so it's all English speaking within your work setting, right?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
exactly.
okay. Well, good. And are you in a situation where you're speaking a lot during the day, or are you mostly behind a computer, or what's your situation that way?
Yes, uh, so yeah, it's half 50% in a meeting situation and 50% in I have to do documentation work in
Hmm.
front of my computer.
Hmm.
Yes,
Okay. So you kind of get it's kind of 50-50, half and half
yes,
in meetings
yeah,
and then just working
yes,
independently.
yes.
Okay. Well, good. Okay, so as you go through have you been going through the alumni course lessons?
Uh, Actually, I haven't finished aluminum course yet.
But
Uh,
yeah, but have you watched some of the videos?
yes.
Yeah, this study group is not necessarily like you have to be through the whole thing, because I realize it's very long.
Yes, yes.
There's a lot of, and that's the idea of it, is just like exercise. It's not like you do a 12-week course and all of a sudden you don't have to exercise anymore. There's things to do to keep maintaining your skills and improving
Yes.
after that point.
Okay, and now I'm practicing lesson 12,
Okay.
short verse review.
Mhm. Okay, excellent. Well, good. In your speaking situation, and Osvaldo, we'll get to you. We just have you and Shuji here on the call, so we'll have some good opportunities to kind of interact. But I just wanted to um, I'm just kind of getting to know Shuji here a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and making sure that we can kind of give you the support and help you need. Do you what was I going to ask? Let's see. Are there certain areas where you find that, oh, I struggle to either use these certain sounds, or is it just more the rhythm or fluency, or knowing vocabulary or grammar to be able to explain yourselves the way you want? Kind of where do you feel like, oh, if I could only get this help in my English, I'd feel more fluent or more confident in what I'm doing.
Okay, maybe I have 2 points to be improved. First point is vocabulary.
Hmm.
Maybe I don't have enough vocabulary to
Hmm.
express my opinion fluently. That's
Okay.
one hurdle for me.
Mm-hmm.
And the second point is pronunciation.
Mm-hmm.
And for some pronunciation, I cannot pronounce correctly,
Mm-hmm.
like F and V, and sometimes I confuse S and TH sound.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So trying to make sure you get those sounds correct, huh? Um, okay. And are you doing anything right now to kind of help improve vocabulary? What strategies have you used or are you currently using for vocabulary?
Yeah, so currently I'm studying for Cambridge examination,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a text of the examination, and I sometimes uh, work on this book to build up my vocabulary.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Um, Because one thing that we're working on now is identifying, okay, what are some of the areas like vocabulary and grammar that some of our students are struggling with, and how can we create more of
Mm-hmm.
a step-by-step course, just like with the
Yeah, yeah.
pronunciation, to try and help build that in a way that will be helpful. Um,
That would be very helpful for me.
yeah, yeah, and I think that you're not alone because you get to this um, level of fluency in English where you're conversational, you're able to kind of get, do your job and, at work and communicate in your field of expertise,
Hmm.
and the vocabulary you use on a daily basis. But then once you start having to talk about things outside of those areas that you're comfortable talking about, then it becomes a little bit more challenging, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Okay, so yeah, so we're trying to get a better feel for where, how many of our students are struggling with that, and how can we help in that
Oh,
way. Yeah, so here, let's do, before I go over to Osvaldo and kind of see if he has any specific questions, and we can kind of do a little bit more here. Do these words for me. Alumni.
alumni, alumni,
So instead of alumni,
alum,
alumni, let's do
alumni,
alumni.
alumni, alumni,
There you go. Alumni. So three syllables
alumni,
in that way. Alumni.
alumni.
hmm And are you familiar with the vocabulary alumni?
Not so much.
Okay.
What's the meaning of the
Yeah, so let's
alumni?
talk about that. So alumni means that you're a graduate of something, that you've
Correct.
graduated from a specific course and moved on to a more graduate level course. So for me, a typical way that this word is used is I am an alumni of the University of Utah. So that's the school that I got my graduate degree in, was
Mm-hmm.
the University of Utah. So I am an alumni of the University of Utah. So anyone who has graduated from that specific school
Mm-hmm.
or course, or whatever it is that you've graduated from, then you become an alumni of
Mm-hmm. Okay.
that course. Okay? So that's the definition of alumni. So as we talk about the alumni course in the Pronunciation Pro course, it's because you have completed the 12 modules in the
Yeah.
Pronunciation Pro course, and
Mm-hmm.
now you're an alumni of the course, but we want to keep supporting you and keep helping you improve.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, makes sense?
Yeah. Thank
All
you.
right, so a little help with vocabulary there. Okay, so Nestle, how is that? So in America, and this is very unique to wherever you are and however people are pronouncing it around you.
Mm-hmm.
In America, we pronounce it as Nestle,
Nes
Nestle.
Nestle,
Mhm.
Nestle.
Yeah,
Okay.
so any commercials that come on for Nestle, It's usually pronounced Nestle. So
Nestle.
how have you kind of seen it in your work setting pronounced?
We pronounce it like Nestle, Nestle.
Nestle.
Maybe
Okay.
French pronunciation, I think, because
Yeah.
headquarter of our company is located in French areas,
Yeah.
French-speaking area in Switzerland.
Yes. Okay. And that's a situation with a lot of French words. Let's see, employee. What else do we have? French is some specific crepe, I guess, the word crepe.
Mhm. Correct.
There's some certain French words that we take on the French pronunciation, and then
Mhm.
there's some words that we have made so American, and it sounds like this one is one of them that we've kind of adapted the pronunciation a little bit.
Ah, I
So so go ahead and keep pronouncing it the way it's done there in headquarters because you guys know. But I think it's interesting that even in the commercials that they switch the pronunciation for the American audience and
Yeah,
call it
yeah.
Nestle.
Sometimes I have to pronounce like Nestle when I speak with American colleagues.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, you have to be very adaptable.
Yeah.
All right. So colleagues, good. I like the way you actually said it correct that time. Colleague, my
Colleague,
colleague. Yeah,
colleague.
I can't remember what you had said before. And then situation. Do this for me. Situ, situation. Situation.
Situation. Situation.
There you go. Yeah. So the situation and then vocabulary. This is a long one. Vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
Okay, so it's the L and R combination.
Yes.
Larry.
Yeah, yes. For me, combination of L and R sound is a bit difficult.
Oh, yes. That can be tricky. So here, let's practice this one.
Yeah.
Larry.
Larry.
Okay.
Larry.
So the trick is what I'm hearing here is so Larry is you're kind of putting your tongue back up to the front, and I need you to pull it back for the R. Larry.
Larry. Larry.
Yeah.
Larry.
Good. Do this for me.
Re.
So the really good thing is that you have a really strong R sound, like it sounds very clear and very correct when you're getting it back like that. So you just have to kind of that confusion of the L and the R, making sure that tongue, whenever you're doing an R sound, it's pulled back, and when you're doing an L sound, it's up at the front. So Larry.
Larry. Larry.
Uh-huh.
Larry.
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 Here, get that pulled back. So do re.
We.
Uh-huh. Larry.
Larry.
Re. Here, do that again. Re.
We.
Mm-hmm. Good. Okay, so let me kind of think of some other words. Really is always a tricky one. Carelessly. So do this for me. Really.
Really.
Yeah, that's really nice. Do that again. Really.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Carelessly.
Carelessly.
Do it again.
Carelessly.
Yep. Care.
Care.
Mm-hmm. Careless. Uh-huh.
Carelessly.
Good.
Carelessly.
Very nice.
Okay.
Here, do this one. Particularly. I'm giving you some really good tough ones.
Yeah, it's tough. Particularly.
So lurly.
Larly.
Yeah,
lor,
good. Lurly.
lor,
Lurly.
lorly, lorly,
Mm-hmm.
lorly,
Good.
lorly,
So then do partic.
partic, partic,
Mm-hmm. You-lurly.
partic, particularly,
Mm-hmm. Good. Lur.
particularly,
Mhm.
particularly.
Yeah. So it's that lurly. Whenever you have that L and the R that are close together, that what you want to do, and just like we did with these situations, is we isolated just that area that was tricky, where there was L's and R's, and we kind of took just two syllables, lurly,
Lord,
lurly,
lorly.
and make sure that you can get your mouth in position for those, and then you
Mhm.
start adding more of the word in it. You-lurly.
Eulerly,
Mm-hmm.
Eulerly,
Exactly.
Euler,
Exactly. And then particularly.
particularly, particularly.
Exactly. Okay. So that's kind of the process there. And so something that I want you to just work on for this week, just say, okay, my focus is whenever I come across a word that has L's and R's in it, I'm
Mhm.
gonna I'm gonna write it down and kind of isolate just the two syllables that have the L's and R's, and I'm gonna say that a few times in my mouth, get comfortable with it, and then add the rest
Mhm.
of the word. Because as
Okay.
you get into the, if you kind of do that and kind of get into a habit of isolating that and practicing it, your mouth is going to start becoming more comfortable with that movement. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
All right. So that's my assignment for you. Here, I'll go ahead and mute you and talk to Osvaldo, and then we'll if there are questions or things that you want to work on still, just let me know and we can kind of address those too. Okay?
Mhm. Yeah.
All right. Thanks.